It's sweet potato harvest here for us here in southeast Queensland, Australia. Late April, usually around Anzac Day, is when I typically pull out all of my sweet potatoes. If you're new here, I'm Nikki and I'm on a mission to grow as much food as I can on our regular suburban block. In this video, I'm going to show you our start to finish growth of our sweet potatoes this year, how and when we plant them, harvest them, and all the things that I learnt with this season of growing sweet potatoes. We grow two different varieties of sweet potatoes. I'm not 100% sure what variety they specifically are, as they were either gifted to us or they've just sprouted from store-bought sweet potatoes. We have a purple one with white flesh that was given to us. It's very sweet and prolific. I find this one tends to take over far more than the other one if left unchecked. The other is just a standard golden one, which I would have started from a store-bought one. Generally, once they're in the garden, you will have them forever. They'll keep popping up, particularly here in the subtropics. I usually plant my sweet potato slips around October. They'll start popping up well and truly before that around the garden. So I collect them and start making cuttings. I pop these into water to get roots. And for my 90 centimeter square beds, I like to get around 12 to 16 slips in. But I think next year I might try for a higher density. My goal for around 2 square meters of bed space is around 10 kilos. Some years we've had a lot more and some years we've had a lot less. It just depends on the season. I do find by planting a lot more slips rather than just burying the vine as it grows gives me a lot less potatoes, but they are way better sized. Like all root crops, full sun is really key. I don't do much else in terms of soil prep or general maintenance other than make sure that they have full sun. And perhaps if I did, I might get better results than what I have been getting. As they grow, I like to trim them off to stop them from taking over the garden, which can happen very fast if you are not onto it. So for the golden sweet potatoes this year, I planted in late November, so a little bit later than I normally do. And I also pulled them out a lot sooner in late March because I needed the bed space for my garlic. From this 90 centimeter bed, I got just under 4 kilos, although I did find a lot of them were on the smaller size. The purple potatoes I planted in October and harvested them in late April, which is typically what I do for my sweet potatoes. These were better sized, although perhaps bordering on a little bit too big, so I think that 5 to 6 months of growth is ideal. Having said that, the weight of this harvest was actually very similar to the golden sweet potatoes. All up from the 2 meters of bed space, we got around 7.5 kilos, which isn't too bad, but it is a lot less than what we normally get. I did plant okra in between the sweet potatoes, which were fine, but they didn't really thrive, so I think I will keep them as solo beds next year. And I am kind of wondering if that is why we didn't get as much of a harvest as we normally do. Now, I didn't have to pull out these sweet potatoes. They can grow all year for us as we don't get frosts. So I could leave them in the ground and just pull out sweet potatoes as I need them. But our cool season is our prime growing time for us. So I need the real estate to grow other things. They will just poke back up. I will have left some in the ground. It's near impossible to get every single remnant of sweet potato out. So when they do pop up, I will just move them. In terms of storage, it's best not to wash them, leave the soil on. Just instead pop them in a spot out of the weather to dry off. Once the soil has dried off, you can use a dustpan broom just to gently remove the excess soil before popping them into a cool, dark spot. They will rot and go brown if you do store them in the fridge. Anyway, that's our sweet potato harvest of the year. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.